So you're considering going vegetarian or vegan or potentially just really dropping your protein, and you're really not sure why. And you don't know, is this a good diet for me? I heard it helped somebody else lose a lot of weight. Should I do it? Today, I'm going to digest for you my take on if you should go vegan or vegetarian or drop the protein in your diet. My name is Leslie Urbis. I'm a registered dietitian and I'm a personal trainer, and I'm here today to talk to you about just that. So let's jump right on in. Many reasons why people decide that they want to go vegan or vegetarian is because someone they know did it and lost a dramatic amount of weight. I need to tell you that if you're going to go vegan or vegetarian for the reason of losing weight, you most likely will not be very successful. Now, hear me out as I say that, and the only reason is because you're going to drastically increase your carbohydrate intake, as well as chips, cookies, cakes, candies can all be on many of these diets. And while they can be consumed healthfully, they may be consumed in a dramatic amount of an increase because you don't know how to get enough protein in through your day without having enough carbs. I've seen a lot of people change from a vegan to a vegetarian diet and see a dramatic increase in weight because they increase their carbohydrate load by 2 to 3 times. So be careful if this is what you're trying to do for a weight loss diet. Now, if you're going to vegan or vegetarian for a personal reason, like you don't like what they're doing with the animals, or you watched one of those videos on Netflix, or you're super curious on if it's going to help you, or you read that longevity diets focus on a low protein because it increases the amount of time you can live, I totally get it, and I totally understand that. Each one of these reasons can be typically assessed and deep dived with me personally through a free assessment. But what I kind of want to get at is that, yes, eating more plants is 100% healthy for you, okay? Eating more fruits, eating more vegetables, eating more plant-based meats like beans and peanut butter are super good for our health. They're high in antioxidants, they're high in phytochemicals, they're full of good nutrients, and our bodies are really good and need a lot of these things. So doing that is 100% not wrong. But if you don't know how to put it together, you might wind up in the conundrum of either a weight gain or confusion or lack of energy from the lack of protein and the big shift in your diet. So we really need to get that addressed to make sure that you're going to get what you need. But if we can put that together healthfully, you can successfully change to a vegan or vegetarian diet if that's something that you want to do based on one of those videos or based on your own personal experience, and maybe you're against hurting of animals or whatever it may be. Overall, these diets really do focus in on more of a plant-based lifestyle. We've seen that plant-based lifestyles really help us. Most colon cancers develop from a high intake of meat and a low intake of high fiber foods. A lot of GI issues like diverticulitis and things like that come up because we're not consuming enough fiber. We're not having enough roughage in our diet because, well, one, we just don't want to eat that much. And if you knew how much fruits and vegetables you had to intake in a day to meet that, you might be like, oh, there's just no way I could eat that many fruits and vegetables. So we need to be increasing them through other things like beans and other higher fiber items like whole grains. As you do that, you may start to see a shift in some of your weight and some of the other things in your diet. You may start to feel really good because your body's releasing things and you're building good bacteria and your bowel movements are getting more regular, which is really awesome from a vegan or vegetarian diet. However, you could do a vegan or a vegetarian diet 100% wrong, and that is use a lot of added processed foods. So nowadays we have almost a vegan or vegetarian option for every single item we consume. So if you want to have buffalo chicken, we have a vegan option for that. But the amount of fillers and additives that they're putting in there is just like eating a box of Cheetos, right? So I open up the Cheetos or the Cheez-Its and I'm having all these things. And when you look at the ingredients list, there's like 17 things that you don't know what it is. A lot of these products that are vegan or vegetarian that are the answer to the meat version are highly processed, have high added amounts of fillers. And while we don't exactly know what these things are going to do, we are the research study. So as time goes on, we're going to study and research these people that have been on these plant-based diets using these extreme amounts of these fillers and see if there's any link with those causing another health issue. Last but not least, if you're gonna go vegan or vegetarian and you're a gym rat and you do a lot, we need to make sure that you're getting enough protein so you don't waste the muscle away. Even though you're actively working your muscles while you're at the gym, if you're still not consuming enough protein in your diet, you may see a decrease in muscle mass because your body cannot rebuild what it's losing through exercise. So even while we exercise, we break down some of the muscle. So we need to make sure that we build it back through the protein. So we need to make sure that we're meeting those needs. So can you go vegan or vegetarian? Of course, but let's make sure that you do it the healthy way. Let's make sure that you're using a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables and beans and good for you non-meat protein. Let's make sure that you're meeting your needs to make sure that you're going to overall still be successful as a person on the diet plan that you're on. And let's make sure that you're not increasing a whole lot of junk food just so that way you can save eating on some of the meat. While this is important, if it's important to you, I want you to be able to do it the most 100% healthful way for you. So, should you do a vegan or vegetarian diet? That's 100% up to you, but make sure you do it the healthy way. Please feel free to reach out and do a free assessment with me so we can see if this is the right diet for you or the right change for you or how we should modify. There's a bunch of different types of vegetarians out there, and you may fit into one of those categories instead. I certainly hope that this was helpful on knowing if you should do a vegan or a vegetarian diet. If you're curious on any of these other things, please feel free to comment below on a diet that you'd like to follow or what you're looking for, and I'd love to be of assistance. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.